machine replied back.
Otherwise, we can't do it.
Oh shit. No, we can still do it. I just maybe can't tell them as much.
Big jokes. Content ID.
Why am I getting emails from? Oh, right, because I placed an order.
Local singles in your area.
Pretty good.
Is it? I'm okay. I'll have some icy cream after this.
Oh yeah, I got chocolate. I got coffee with Oreo waiting for me. So hurry up.
That sounds pretty good.
It is.
Who is that in your profile picture, Striffy?
Oh, just some.
I never did ads.
Just some K-pop person. Don't worry about it.
Huh? No, I was talking. That's Rosie O'Donnell. That's.
That's who I want to look like. After I get my SRS. Can't wait to give up my beautiful chin to have hers.
Oh, I know. You could
Love to see
just
it.
mount some chins on there. Rosie O'Donnell's got them all. I don't think I've ever heard that before. That's great, though. So, of course, we have Rakemeyer. I'm gonna open this up. We're gonna go into Roll20 as well.
Good.
And
API working?
what?
Oh, never mind. I thought you were about to show off some API stuff, and I was like so hyped.
Oh, I can mess with that. I haven't had time. I've been working on so many things. Oh, I went there. Okay, so nice getting people in here.
Should I be watching?
Things first. Josh, introduce yourself to anyone here you haven't talked to before.
Hello. I'm Josh. I've been an alcoholic for 42 years.
Damn it!
Hi, Josh.
You were supposed to say that.
Hi, Josh.
Nah, I'm Josh. I'm a college kid. On track to commission from the Air Force. Yeah. I'm 19. I like long walks on the beach. How long do I have to keep going, Gabe?
Until you feel you've
stop.
embarrassed yourself enough.
I like men, okay? I'm sorry.
Alright, yeah, I'm on board with that.
Okay, cool. So, first things first, after that, does anyone have any pressing questions they want out of the way before we discuss anything further?
Should I join that ultimate thing right now?
It maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna be working on it in a little sec.
Okay. Yeah, I've also never done D&D at all ever before. I think I should say that too.
It'd be so
So
exciting.
this is my first game.
Yeah, it's gonna be very fun though.
Oh no, the stream ended.
No, it's fine. Fine.
Oh,
I don't. In there, well,
are we moving over to Twitch or what?
tidbits where you were. We're on a roll right now, and we're gonna answer some questions, some stuff out of the way before we. All right.
Sounds like something a
There-
responsible person would do.
I don't like
Anyone
it.
have a pressing question or anything they want? To...
I don't know. I
Oh my. Ah,
don't know
Testing.
anything to ask
Just
questions
Getting somewhere.
about.
sorry. Vodka's fucked.
Jesus, how many bottles you got? It sounds like you're opening a cabin.
I told you, man. I've been an alcoholic for 42 years. Okay.
Does everyone
I,
okay their classes? Does anyone get a multi-class further, or does
I know James is gonna multi-class. I
I
thought
know he
failure.
will.
I thought failure said he was going to.
Gabe, how do I join?
I'll give you the link again. Failure.
Never
Yeah,
mind,
Do
I
you
got
want to
it.
divulge any of your character details?
No.
Yeah, failure's
You can
good
meet
about.
me in it.
He's good about keeping quiet.
Oh. Why does it want my microphone and shit?
Because you can do it
Usually.
on there as well, but we do it over Discord.
Not degens.
Gotcha.
It's not as good. Well, it doesn't recognize my USB either, so I can't do it over Roll20 no matter what.
Also, we don't want two audio streams going, so just block that shit out immediately. James is gonna have it
that
going.
can be really
Except for
annoying.
James.
Well, if no one has any questions, without further ado,
We don't know anything to have questions for yet. No.
Exactly.
You're gonna give us a
I'm
little bit
gonna
here.
talk about. I'm gonna talk about XP milestones along up. Oh, well, Zach. Of course, learn XP mob and
Is he cutting out for
dolls
anybody
get
else?
XP for complete
Yes.
quests.
Okay.
Just for a second.
I'll give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me find something.
He's gonna restart his computer. It'll be fine.
God damn. You like fucking disappeared into the Matrix.
Oh. Do you know Kung Fu?
Oh fuck. Gabe, are you okay? Oh my god.
He's not
It's
okay.
worse. It's spreading. Yeah, no, it's
So
it's,
worse.
Something's taking up all my internet right now. I don't know what.
It's your fat at.
You got that right.
it's got its own gravitational pull enough to distort Wi-Fi signals.
No, Gabe, don't kill
You
yourself.
all know
Your
something
ass
that I
is
don't
fat.
know? Because this is interesting.
Yeah, man. Gabe's got a dump truck booty. He's got cake.
Dude, I
Dude,
got straight up thicker than a Snicker. Don't.
Oh,
This
Jack,
shit has a fatter ass than the Aunt from Robots.
how? What's a plane ticket to New Mexico? Let me see.
Whoa, hold up, Chief. I ain't said never anything about something for the other side.
He's just scouting for the Alt F4 road trip.
Dude, I'll fucking meet you there. I'll drive down there. Shit.
We're thinking of doing all of NA.
Just gotta get Sinat to commit to a shaggin' wagon. He's the
Yeah.
he's the keystone to this whole thing.
Again, oh my.
Yeah, you're not gonna want to touch anything in there.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Oh man. Let me restart my computer. Give it 1 sec. Whatever.
Called
I
it.
like how Gabe fucking called me and he was like, "Hey, we are starting like right fucking now," and here I am, and he's fucking shitting on himself.
It's like herding cats. We do the same thing every Monday. Gotta wait for Sinod to get in from work. Gotta wait for James to remember what time it is.
No, he's greeting his wife. Oh, god damn it. Oh, and they fell asleep. Oh, and yeah.
Guess we're stuck in Daltorum for another week.
God damn it, I just want to go leave. I want to have my city already. Holy fuck, I did some fuck shit to get that. And now I can't even have it because no, we have to fight your personal fucking war for you. And then we're gonna bitch when we have to fight mine. I mean, nothing.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that tracks.
I'm not playing an evil character. Well, not in this one.
So, do you guys have like any tips for like just starting out? Like,
Yeah, just try to have fun with it, man. And just try and keep conversation going. Honestly, it's very much a game about conversation, especially because we're not in person and we can't see like those human like reactions and stuff. If there's ever like a lull or a silence, and you think that you have something appropriate to fit in with, just take the step. That's honestly the only advice I can give you.
If it is your first time, it might be good to choose an easier class like a fighter or a barbarian.
Yeah, but we're all here already, and he's already built his character, so good luck.
Oh,
I think I
Whatever
chose
you got.
barbarian.
Never
Yeah, I
mind
think
then.
I'm a
Oh,
barbarian.
good. So you're the front line. Perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, you'll,
Don't worry,
you'll
I'll
be right
die
up
for
there
you
with me.
guys. I'll die for the bard.
Bitchin'. That's right, you will. I got a double C
I,
cup.
I did not like the way you said that shit.
That's alright. I'll,
We all just need to die, so the main character,
just-
in this case being Striffy, can...
I'll just cast Modify Memory, and then your barbarian won't remember anything.
Oh, you sick fuck! Broke the voice a little there. Oh well.
All right.
All right. 20 minutes in.
We got the invite link out to
Yes. Yes.
Josh. Progress has been made. Honestly, good enough for corporate, good enough for me.
Good enough for corporate.
Do you think I can play a whole fucking song before Gabe gets
Wait
back
on
and
you,
is good to
Tony?
go?
Go for it. Go
Yeah.
ahead and play something.
I'm not playing. I'm muting myself, but
Oh, okay.
Oh
yeah,
come
fuck
on.
you.
We should each take turns and show some music to the group. Come on, Josh, play for us.
Gregorian chants.
Ooh.
I mean, I'll do a sea
Canticles
shanty
of
if I
Ecstasy all the way.
can. He's not playing for us. What a shame.
I'm sorry, man. I've only been playing for a month. No,
Okay,
it's
it's fine.
around there.
All right.
When you feel comfortable,
So-
we'll be waiting.
Yes.
There will be just XP. That's gonna be how you level up. Go
sorry,
ahead, Josh.
sorry.
No, go
I
ahead.
thought I muted it. I thought I muted.
No, go
I'm
on, play
sorry.
it.
I'm
Play
sorry.
it out.
I'm
Play it
sorry.
out. You
I'm
gotta
sorry.
play the
I'm sorry.
link. You gotta play the
No,
link.
no. Go.
No,
go,
just
go,
no,
go,
no,
go,
no.
go,
Just
go,
like-
go.
Bring us
So-
here and enrapture us with your first couple of strokes, and then leave us unsatisfied. Come on, Josh.
Exactly.
What do you
You're like
want
an ar-
from me, man?
Play the lick.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to
Only-
play the lick.
Only what's free.
What?
Oh, come on.
Only what's free?
Well,
If you can.
Yeah, we're not gonna mess
okay.
with milestones.
Okay, that's fine. So it's not just creatures, then it'll also be RP, presumably.
You'll earn XP for complete quests, settling disputes in a city, whether that's small or large. We will see. Killing monsters, of course, will earn you XP.
Right.
But in the grand scheme of things, completing quests and doing things to stabilize the world will give you more XP than just murder hoboing.
Good.
That's lame. I'm kidding.
Fucker. And
If I
when
can't
level ups
level up
occur,
from being a single peasant, then I don't want to play.
okay. Level ups occur. You'll get your level up once you sleep, and many of the traits associated with it
Mhm.
as well. I was thinking about doing some stuff there, but it'd be too complicated for my first run, so I'll mess with that later. So just, if you earned your level, you'll get it when you sleep or take a long rest.
Mhm.
Next, alcohol. Don't care. You can drink if you want.
Fuck yeah.
Get wasted. Just be somewhat cognizant.
Well,
Don't pass out. Don't black out.
When it comes to how we divvy up attention at the table, I know some of us probably will not speak as much as others, so I will be shining a spotlight on people at times to give you a chance to interact and offer some action.
Nice.
So everyone gets a chance to be cool. The campaign will discuss topics of, politics, religion, harassment, slavery, discrimination, stuff like that, because it's just what happens. Unannounced dice rolls? No. Roll 20. I mean,
Okay.
if you're just randomly rolling, no thank you. If you want to settle a dispute between two people, you both have to agree to this first, but you can do it with the dice roll. Like, if one person wants to persuade or intimidate the other one pushes to if it wants to succeed. You can do that. And then you go with that, however stupid or good that is.
Mm.
Player versus player conflict. It's okay, so we may have that, but it will never be unannounced, as we planned, and you can't just start killing randomly for no reason.
Like your fellow
no.
player.
Yeah, we can't just pick up a Ralgo and go throw someone into like a pit of despair.
Or like, yeah. I mean, the only person
Or
we really need to
was-
watch out for that has killed players other than DMs is Synod.
That is true. If Sinan starts getting a little freaky with you, we'll throw something his way.
Also, I'm probably not going to deal much, if any, damage ever. Just a heads up, I hope you guys can cover for me.
There is going to be some pacifists or somewhat less inclined combat characters in the game. So, for those people, well, you can choose to either talk your way, bribe your way, sneak your way, or whatever else you will out of a situation. And you may not earn experience for that, but as long as you complete the quest or the associated task, you still get the XP of a full value.
Wonderful. Good to
So
hear.
it can be very useful to dodge combat if it's a foe you can't face. Certain puzzles and like mazes of the such, whoever can help complete it, or like if they themselves just complete it for the party, they'll get a small reward of XP. Not much, but it'll be useful if you like, puzzles.
Yay.
For player goals and expectations, we all have our own backstories, of course, and we all want to do something big with it.
I haven't done mine yet, so I need mine. So.
You're fine. You'll all be able to achieve it, but we're not going in. You could attempt to go in a set direction really early on and try that. But there's going to be a lot of blockades and sort of issues with doing that. There's ways to get to different provinces and ways to get to different parts of the world that you kind of have to follow, or else you risk law and other such things. But once you sort of have access to one province, you'll always, unless something big happens, have access to go in and out of it whenever you want. And if you want to travel from one province to another in like one session, we can call it like a day or two travel and just skip right to it. You may roll for if something occurs on the journey, otherwise we're just there. If there's any topics or anything you don't want discussed or whatever, say so, and we'll deal with that as it goes. When it comes to game balance and fairness, though, I believe in the rule of cool. So, like, I told this to Jolly, because he wanted to, like, mess with good berries. He wanted them to not just be berries, he wanted them to be, like, nuts or trail mix or whatever. And sure, I mean, some people say you can't do that, but why?
Cool.
So,
I like
and other
myself
things like that.
some nuts,
If you'd like to start with a different item or sword or just anything, talk to me about it and we can discuss it and we can actually let you start with it. If you want to start with extra money or have some companions or anything, just talk to me about your backstory or more. I'll put it in and you'll have a chance to meet them or get that.
Dude, a fucking pet bird. You can't tell me that would not be hype.
You can have one, sure. You can even buy one. That's like normal.
Oh.
Can I have a bird?
Sure. Well, you're a druid. I don't think you
Okay, well now
have to worry about
yeah,
that.
Okay, wait, no. I have to be different. Give me a fucking like rat or something.
You can have a. If you
Can I have a
work hard
fucking,
enough,
like,
you can have a
king
pet
rat that
lion.
could, like summon rats, dude. That'd be kind of cool.
Do you want to be the summoner of rats?
Dude, I'd be hype.
Familiar
You
spell.
can be the rat king if you want. Go work on your class.
The first level spell, my guy.
This first level spell.
Dude, that's all I need to play this campaign is just to fucking summon rats.
Mm-hmm. During like spotlights or where someone's getting just an endless continued amount of, how you would say, just notice or talk
Attention.
a lot. Yeah, attention. There you go. That's good. I will attempt to break that and offer someone else a moment to speak or give them a chance to offer something. And if no one else can offer or wants to offer anything, that one person will continue. Whether that annoys you or not, well, you better have something to say, I guess. And in terms of meta knowledge, don't try to meta game too hard, I guess. I mean, I'm sure there's some things you'll probably won't try because you just know. But have some fun with it. I mean, I'm not going to just instant kill anyone or KO anyone.
So what happens when you die?
In most cases, you probably really won't. But if you do die, we can talk about resurrections or raising dead. And if no one has the choice to do any of those things, we can discuss creating a new character entirely or holding onto your body until you're ready to be fixed.
Ready to be fixed.
Yes. We'll stick some like metal prongs in your brain, hook you up to a
Oh
whole
god.
engine, spark some lightning on you.
Speaking
I'm
of
sure
which,
you've heard the story.
what's the Pantheon?
The Pantheon?
or
Gods?
whatever gods you're doing?
We have a number of gods. I actually will be discussing some of them with you in a moment after this.
Alrighty.
Character party fit. So I think we have a pretty good mix. It's a good melee and ranged duos. Not much. I don't think we have a wizard or a sorcerer though at all. So I don't think it'll really matter as long as you guys just play smart. I can't believe I'm saying that.
We have 2 druids, right? That should kind of make up.
That
for
should be
most of
fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Wait,
have a
we
number
have
of melee
two?
and range. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we do.
What do you mean, maybe?
We do.
Okay.
But if anyone ever wants to multi-class or change their class entirely, we can talk about respecking.
Oh wait, for
And-
real? Shit.
Yes, you will be allowed to respec. It may lose you a level or two entirely, like an entire 2 levels, depending on how far you want to respec. But you are allowed to switch classes. In doing so, though, the weapons you are proficient in, you'll lose. Some of the items that are magical that you are proficient in, you can't use, stuff like that. So, if you think changing the class is worth it or would just help more than the loss of a few levels, go for it.
And it's not about like worth it or like anything like that. It's like if a story moment comes up, I can like mix up my entire moveset just to match it. That's pretty cool.
If you need to, yeah. I don't. It seems very unusual that someone would stick to just one class and never have a chance to maybe feel that it isn't good for them and switch to something else. It's not like adventurers always stick to one thing anyways in the actual games. All right, murder hobos. It's your. I mean, the campaign will end really quickly if you do that, but you can try it. A lot of the things I have prepared ahead of time for when it comes to our sessions. But if you want to shake things up and do something just random in the moment, go for it. We can make it work. I know how you guys play, so I'm always ready. And for certain role playing aspects, like if you want to say mantle up, do some cool maneuver, or this or that, this and that, at some point you'll be high enough level where I won't make you roll for it, but early on you will. And it's only gonna be like one roll for most things. As long as you achieve it, you can do something really cool. Killing blows on bosses and figuring out puzzle and everything will also get a bit of description that'll put you in a good light. When it comes to player absences, I probably will fill that role of that player until they come back. Hopefully if it's only 1. If it's 2, I'll just call up a friend and they'll help play with me. Player narrative authority. If any of you have a deity, god, or any such place, character, location, item, literally anything, talk to me about it. I'll put it in the world. You just need to tell me.
Is this all going to be
What
covered
else?
in our syllabus?
You will be graded on your attendance. That'll be 10%.
Uh-huh.
Your ability to roll well is 20%.
Uh-huh.
Your role playing
Oh,
ability is
God.
going to be 50. And the last 20% is going to be on the ability to, how do you say, not martyr hobo? If
Alright, so I'm coming out of this with an 80. No.
All right. Racism, prejudice, slavery. That's all things in this. So if you don't like it, tell me now. Otherwise, it's being in, and you'll see it and interact with it.
Fun.
If you don't like your rolls, I'll allow you to reroll right now, and to get 6 new rolls, but you'll have to take those new rolls. If you're all content with what you got, that's fine. Let's see.
Yeah, I can live with this.
Alignments. Your alignment will. You can change it on your own if you feel that you've done some big change on your own part. Otherwise, just keep it as is. When it comes to stat rulings, most likely I won't have all the game knowledge ever. So if it comes to an argument, I'll just let you have it. Doesn't really matter, anyways. I have no idea what renown is. Eventually, each of your characters will earn a reputation for how they progress in their story. And if you'd like, you can choose your subscript, little definer. Otherwise, one will be assigned to you. You can use that to tell you how far you are in your story or how it's gone. There are the basic races inside the D&D handbook that you all know. There's a number of magical, monster, and other races you will not have seen, and that I will be creating myself and providing stats for that you will face. Elementals, golems, was like automatons and stuff like that you will face as well. And you may come in contact with NPCs of the sort that you can learn something with. And completing certain quests will provide you actually special abilities or traits, some of which are calling upon these certain allies, be it an automaton or some other like summonable ally. You can use them in combat. If you want to use a homebrew class, talk to me about it, and we're going to balance it for vanilla because that's just what we're doing. And let's see. I really don't know how long this campaign will go. I think you will probably reach your high level 10s, maybe get to 20. Because there's going to be quite a lot to do. But if you guys are in for the long haul, this is what it is.
I'm here until you get burnt out.
Okay.
Same.
In terms of adventures, you can just be good, evil, however. But just know that if you're going to be good and one of you is going to be evil, you have to kind of convince the party that you're not acting purely evil. Or just be deceptive. It doesn't matter. As long as you can get them going. Some of you, regardless if you're good or not, you will be viewed differently in different provinces. And maybe even attacked just because of who you are, so be wary of that. If you want to get to know the locations, the places you're visiting, you can go into a library in each province, and I will then pull up the associated settlement, all its lore, and I'll hand it to you. And you can take a read through it.
Cool.
Start and standing. We're all going to be level 1 when we start this, of course. We're going to be in Rankmire, and there's going to be a little tavern we'll start in. And as soon as you get out of that tavern, you will have to head to the Temple's Oculus, because that's where we're going to be starting our journey.
Yeah, tutorial quest.
Yep. If you all want to have known each other, have some sort of already spend time with one another, relationship, etc., talk to each other, you can have that if you want. I don't care.
Oh no, I don't really know anything about the other characters, and therefore cannot answer that question.
Mm-hmm. If you want to get to know any of the other characters, ask, I guess. I don't know.
Mr. and Madam, what are your characters a little bit about?
And you
The
don't have to
main
share if you don't want to.
themes? And yes, that is not a obligatory question. Everything I say is optional.
I'm playing a druid. I have a pet bird. I have one arm. I like animals.
Shit.
Extra 5?
I am a half-elf bard. Certainly done a fair bit of traveling. There's every chance that you might have seen me perform at some point. But otherwise, I tend to stick to the taverns before my caravan leaves again. So there's not a whole lot of getting out there and seeing the rest of the city.
Cool. Josh, want to share anything, or?
I don't have a whole lot set up, but I'm a Dragonborn, I think.
Ooh.
Hold on, I'm opening it right now. Yeah, Dragonborn, Barbarian. That's. I like melee combat. I don't fucking have anything like that right now, bro. I'm sorry. I'm
I'll
sorry.
be working with
things
you
up
during
and
this,
things
so
with
we
the-
can get your Okay. Half elf druid, half elf bard, dragonborn barbarian. Go ahead, failure, if you'd like to share anything.
Yeah, so currently I have 1 level spec into Barbarian, and I'm playing an Asmar,
Hmm.
who's... I'm probably not going to help at all during combat. I'll take hits, though. I'll eat hits. So, tank without DPS.
So just taking the dodge action. That's cool.
I mean, if you wish, I will add in a type of damage just strictly for you,
No,
where
no, no.
it
That
deals
defeats
non.
the purpose. Oh, I mean,
Okay.
I assume I can always declare
Like
non-lethal if I actually
incapacitate.
get into combat, but I just don't want to
Yeah.
hurt people,
Mhm. That's what I was just saying. If it needs to be done, you can deal non-lethal damage to any character. Alright, so that's that. And then Jolly is running a gnome, and Synod picked something and didn't tell me. I don't remember.
Is that right?
Talk to me much.
Oh,
Actually, hold on. I think I have Jolly's stuff here. I can tell you what his.
he's Nipsey 2.0.
Yeah, Nipsey. He's also a druid and monk. There we go. So, okay. We know 5 of 6 people. Good enough. Alright. When it comes to feats, if it exists in any book, show it to me and you can take it. And if you want to create your own feat, talk to me. I'll probably let you take a custom feat as long as it isn't super broken.
Yes, the turd of one-shotting.
I don't know about that one. Sounds a little strange.
I'm curious.
He's stifling us. I can't play like this.
And also, I know you're. Since you made your own backgrounds, you won't get any like skill proficiency bonuses. Each of you gets 1 skill proficiency additionally, 1 weapon proficiency, and 1 more language. So take that as you will.
Ooh.
Can you write that down?
I'll write that down.
Thank you.
1 skill, language, weapon.
Yo, what? They have whips. That's fucking.
And if
sick.
you say you don't want that skill and you don't want a weapon, you can trade 2 for any of your choice. As in 2 for 1. You have to trade skill and language, language and weapon, or weapon and skill to get any proficiency anywhere else. If you trade all 3, you get a feat. But like not a great one. But like something. You can get the feat of cool, and that lets you be somewhat more attractive.
Shit, I need that more than anything right now. Fuck.
All right, you took that. I will allow mounts in the game. Mounts when it comes to unnamed mounts, they'll be basic. They'll be kind of cheap, and they'll stick with you as long as you bring them along. They can die, they can be wounded, and they need to be tended to. Eventually, you will receive named mounts, which can be summonable at almost any time, or it can be called. They'll have different feats, characteristics. Some of them may not even be wieldy to some of you, unless you earn their trust. But eventually you'll have some really cool things to do with that. And it'll make travel around the provinces much quicker and easier. You can even go for a group mount, which I will discuss in someday, what that is. Readying in action. Yeah, go for it. I'll always be allowed. And when it comes to stealth actions, the whole party can initiate a stealth attack as long as you all coordinate together. So make sure if you want to do something like that, you talk. I'm not going to always ask. When it comes to skill rolls and such, before you roll, you need to say if you're going to help or not. And if you're going to help, we're taking your roll. If you're not going to help, we're taking that roll. And if we take your roll, we're taking it on advantage. If we're not, we're taking it on the guys. Yeah. What else? I need to look at how to mess with dark vision and dim light because I've never really thought about that. If any of you buy me snacks, you may get inspiration.
I sent you
What's your
What's your
cookies.
address, Gabe? What's your address?
All right, inspiration. Very nice.
Shit, what you want? A BMW? I got you, brother. I need that inspiration.
When it comes to stacking of advantage and disadvantage, if it's 1 for 1, cancels out. If it's 2 and 0, it's disadvantage. Like say you have 2 times disadvantage, they'll take disadvantage and a -1 on that disadvantage. If it's
Okay,
double
then.
advantage, you get advantage +1, stuff like that. Giving aid. If anyone ever gets down, if you have necessary medical supplies, you won't have to roll. If you don't, you have to provide aid and roll for that. Those who are proficient in giving aid can roll to restore 1 to 2 hit points also from a downstate if they have the materials.
If we are technically proficient with most weapons, can we take a tool proficiency instead?
You may
All right.
trade 1 weapon and 1 skill, or 1 weapon, 1 language, something of that sort, and you can take that tool.
Oh, never mind. It's less costly to just not take the weapon proficiency then. Just leave it empty.
Yeah, tools can be pretty useful, so I wanted it to be like somewhat of a choice.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Let's see. When it comes to multiple attempts, like let's say you want to pick a lock multiple times. In terms of lock picking, if you fail, you break the lock pick. And if it's critical fail, the lock is jammed and you can't pick it again. Otherwise, you have multiple attempts. If it's stealing, if you normally fail, someone's just going to get really angry with you. They won't call it guards though. Critical fail, guards. Yeah. You can't really repeat that too many times though, or at all. If you do succeed on, say, stealing, the next time you steal, it's going to be harder, and so on and so forth until it's almost impossible. Bartering, auctioning, selling, stuff like that, you can do rolls on, or just take a basic amount I give you. It's up to you. Critical hits. If you roll advantage and you get a critical hit, go ahead and give yourself some description, go crazy with it. If you get somehow 2 20s, make anything up. At that point, you can do anything. We'll be rolling with advantage on so you can see if that happens. If that does happen, just have fun with it. And when it comes to nat ones, I imagine I'll just have some crazy things happen there. I probably won't just tell you. So stealth. If you're proficient or you know how to do it, you can choose to enter stealth at any time. And then as you get closer to enemies or move around, you have to roll checks for every, say, 10 to 15 feet. If you're not proficient in stealth, you cannot take it until you've had it trained to you or you've had it taught to you. Which both sound similar, but trained, you can buy. Taught, a player can choose to teach another player. And it'll probably be a sort of XP penalty, we'll see. Unseen attackers, advantage on that. And you can return to back unseen to initiate that again if you have some sort of stealth item or spell. Also, I want to clear this up. If you are within smoke, but you have vision of a target, you are given an unseen attacker bonuses. Because if the projectile or you is ever hidden, you get that. Invisibility. You can target an area if you think a character is in there invisible. Otherwise, you can't direct target someone. Traps. There's going to be some. If you have the ability, if you have good perception, you'll notice them, and you can choose to disarm them. If you do, you'll get a little XP, and maybe even the trap, and you can place it somewhere else. I know it seems like I'm going through a lot here, but I'm just trying to get anything out of the way. And oh, vendors. This is one that always annoyed me. The price for items is insane. I'll make it cheaper. What even is this? I will offer. There's gonna be lycanthropes, vampires, intelligent devourers, basilisks, etc., etc. If you want to get bit by a werewolf or a vampire, you can choose to take that. There are the bonuses and negatives with that as well. There is a number of cures in the world that you can find. They are limited, so you will find a number of items that need identification, and they will not say they're cursed until you wield them, so be careful. You'll only know if they're cursed if you get appraised by a pretty good magical attuner. You are allowed to make customized spells or additional spells of your basic versions if you run it by me and you are high enough level 4 to work. Spells will work with your environments. If we are in a wooded area and you cast a fireball, it will light trees on fire and it will spread to people. If we are in water and you cast something lightning or the such, it will add a shock or CC of the like to enemies. So use your environment. We will be looking into using the components a little bit. I think that'll help keep some craziness down. Or not, who knows. One moment. Okay. Oh yeah. I think that's about it. I know that was probably a lot.
Especially because you haven't even talked about the world.
I haven't talked about what?
The world.
Holy
Oh yeah.
fuck.
Let's get to that.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Ugh.
Did you take a big toke?
Mm. Ugh.
I'm gonna share my screen with you, and you can look with me. I have to open it. Oh my god, are you okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Lungs on fire?
A little bit. Oh my fucking god. Yo.
So first, we're gonna start in Rakemire. As you know, you've been given this. You can preview it at any time, see it at any time. Coat of Arms. Coat of Arms actually will be important. In time, there may be would-be insurgents, assassins, or etc. who will take Coat of Arms, and they may mess up, or they might not, and you will need to check to make sure they aren't impersonating. Also, it'll help you identify forces in global battles when those occur. A number of states and provinces will fight each other as you adventure. The world is living, so it's going to move with or without you. And you'll see expansion and destruction. And I have a number, I think I can show you some of it in here alone that I've messed with. There are military forces at borders that are moving and preparing to fight. These will attack in the background. You will not see this unless I tell you or you notice it. And if they win or lose, depending on how the outcome resolves, they will take provinces and parts. You can choose to actually intercept and help fight in these battles, or not, and see how things play out.
I have a question. I just have two questions.
Go.
Does each, like, you might have already answered this, but do each province like have like their own like set of like preferred like infantry types or like ways of combat?
In a way, yes.
Okay.
Uxbridge is very much. They live in a lot of swampland and like sort of low-lying waters, so they use a lot of spears and pikes. So they're good at range. Swordsmen though tear through them like anything else, but they have to get through that environment. So when it comes to the defense, Uxbridge always has an advantage. On offense, though, they tend to falter.
Okay. My second question: is there like a limit to how many like people like can follow you in your party? Like, or like how do followers work? Like, how do they even like engage in combat?
Well, if they're your follower and yours alone, depending on how smart they are, you can either give them commands or I will use them and act them as a character of their own. But most of the time, you will have control over your follower and tell them what to do.
Okay.
And as battles and things get quicker or bigger, I'll start making actions quicker and assigning things to go by faster.
Okay.
So we
cool.
can have larger and larger battles. Because eventually you probably will be participating in wars, and some of you will actually have men under your command that you can tell to go here and there.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Thank you.
And this will give you a little introduction to our initial quest. Bless you. Rakemar and the Temple's Oculus. I will open up. So I made a little change here, but I've been editing a lot of this, providing more detail. It's almost finished, at least. And I've peer edited a lot of this so it looks more readable. Anyways, I'll be reading a bit off to you. Here in Oculus's domain, he watches unblinking, and he measures men and women alike within a moment. He sees your potential, your motives, and your capabilities, and to those faithful to his ever-watchful eye, we too can see the truth. So show me a man, I will show you his worth. We measure you through and through. Where you measure is where you belong, and for you, Jeremiah, why you're blessed to have but a mote of death, a mote of worth. Here, and here, I will eventually provide links. You may click on them, and they'll take you to Oculus, Jeremiah, and Oculus Reus associated. They will have their own images, their own lore, and you can interact with them in the world as well. You'll actually be seeing these two in your first session.
Yay!
You may read this for some notes, but what I'm really just going to go through here as quickly is the 5. The 5 are the 5 districts within Rickmire: Wingate, Murkygate, The Well, Higher Square, and Oculus. The walls are defended by a number of archers and mixed infantry. Don't really need to know much more than that. Murkygate is where most commoners and like craftsmen go. As long as you aren't super poor, you pretty much live here. Or no, that's The Well. Sorry, I flipped those. Murkygate is if you're like poor, you have no worth, you're relegated to that area. And Higher Square is if Oculus considers you worthy, you live there and pretty much in a lap of luxury. If this map will load, I will show you. This is Oculus. This is like spans miles by miles. It's a very large building. This doesn't give it enough scale to show, but it's very large. These are the temples Oculus here and here. You can go inside. There will only be Oculus at the moment for Pantheons. There is more in other regions. Fronhau will have the main Uxbridge, actual religious figure that you may speak to or associate with. You can go to the markets here if you need to buy anything or do anything before we start. You can go here if you want to rat on people and make fun of them for being rich. You can go here and make fun of them for being poor if you want.
Basically,
And-
wherever we want to go, we always have someone to make fun of.
Yeah. If there is somewhere you want to go, it is available to you. You can go
Is there
anywhere.
a death penalty for making fun of the Oculus?
Be careful.
Oh no.
The people here are very... Rakemar is the only province that follows Oculus, and that's because of a number of reasons. But mostly, they really believe in him, so tarnishing his name isn't going to be seen very lightly. There are some though who do feel things need to change, and that the Oculus isn't always right. That's gonna be part of the main beginning quest, and you will see. What else I want to talk about? Oh yeah, the Temples of Oculus are a small sect of the Silas religion. This is the main religion that you will see in Fronhow. The original figures of Silas were viewed as great, there's no doubt. But they find that they weren't the source of Oakridge's greatest accomplishments. They believed rather that Oculus had been waiting, watchful of one of the greatest of champions and heroes, and that it was he who set these figures upon the incredible and distant paths. So, the biggest figure in the Silas religion, who I actually have something you can look at, is Derslus Braun. He is the initial uniter of the tribes of Oakridge, and you'll see him quite often depicting a lot of monuments and works of art. Father, I will be including the mother later if you would like to learn about them as well. But yeah, there's that. There's that. Let's talk about the main map itself, though, overall. So as you know, swamp, land, Rakemeyer, whatever. These are pretty much zealots, crusaders, if you will. They're a mix of human and half-human peoples. They're pretty okay with other races, but they really prefer if you are half. This is the Pope. He doesn't really matter what race he is, but like orc, not really, not allowed, and certain malicious races can't take this. I guess figure, but elf, dwarf, goblin, gnome, not goblin, gnome, halfling. They've all seen a spot at this place once. I need to change that name at some point, but it's Holarathos. Pretty much protected state of a Bethian Empire. You will see them work probably against this. You can either assist or not in that. But they eventually want to do some things. This is Cloudwad. I need to give it a different name at some point too, but think of it as like glamored civilization. A number of wood elves, druids, halflings, and gnomes live here. It's all glamored up. They don't really like humans or rarely anyone who isn't already there, and they'll kill you on sight most of the time. Or they'll take you to their queen and they'll talk to you about that. Sheila is a land of giants. You could try to rush here. You can't really do anything though. There's a very, very large mountain pass that you can't cross, that no one's been able to cross for a long time. And this is the tribe that lives on the other side. No one really establishes contact with because they're pretty barbaric and, well, primitive. There will be more markers added, and you can add markers of your own as you complete objectives in each area. You all will get a copy of this map, and you can edit it as you see fit. I will be also remaking this map in either Incarnate or another app, so you can see it in more detail. The Republic of Olmenland is a number of pro-human, I guess just other races. Very big mix of cultures here and wealth. I guess you consider them good, but they have their own problems. Chilia, Puppet State, not really much going on there. Mudwalia. There's no real growth here. As the name would suggest, it's mud. Everything here just kind of just mud. It's weird. Dead
Wow.
land. Nothing has grown here for like thousands of years. You will figure out why in time. Trade Kingdom talks to all other provinces, trades. Expansionist Kingdom wants to take things through force, probably. The state they took it from, they now own. The state they're going to confront, as well as the state. These are probably some of you think I said this was like a mix of cultures. I'm taking that back now. Pro-human, just pro-human. This will be a mix of cultures as well. They won't be pro-human, and they won't be pro like elf or anything else. They just kind of exist as a mix. So yeah, Any questions about the world?
How are the caravanners that I'm a part of received when they travel?
Depends on the country. Stylia, they're loved because Stylia loves trade. Doesn't matter. Uxbridge, most provinces like them. They think they're quite interesting. Varanies doesn't care. Public Goldman doesn't care. They just come in and go out. They've not been seen in Monwalia. They'd like to be seen. Abethian probably won't let them in. They consider them spies. Anyone who isn't from Abethia is right now a spy. Very paranoid. Haven't been to the Duchy of Chilia. They definitely haven't been up here yet. They've been to Drathian. That was an interesting time. Anything else?
We're starting in Uxbridge, right?
Yeah. We're starting in the Heptarchy of Uxbridge in Rakemeyer, right here.
That's what I thought. Okay. Thank you.
And if you want, at any time, you can travel to these small towns. Each of them has a few things you can do in them, as well as people to talk to, and they'll have things for you to do. So, exploration encouraged.
So I have another question.
Okay.
How does we do we all like move collectively as like a party, or like do we split up at all, or like how does that work?
You will initially move collectively as a party, and there may very well come a time where you will have to split and work on different things at once. And during that time, I'm going to talk to you guys more about it because I need to know what you would think. But if you'd like, we could put either start timers or just say we'll switch off here at this point and at that point, and you'll gain control and do some big moves, and then we'll come back.
I think we should, and this is just a suggestion, I think we should split them off and do separate sessions for those people.
Yeah, that was more what I was thinking. I just wanted to make sure everyone was okay with that.
Shit.
And when it comes to separate sessions, you give me a time that's good for you, and I'll work it into my schedule. And
Oh shit, I thought we were gonna have to get half of the group to skip a week for... Yeah, okay.
I want this all
time.
going at the same time. So, you tell me when we do it. You will be taking notes with me at the same time, so we both can get this written down correctly. And then we provide the notes as a message that I will edit and stylize to the party. And you'll see the final product, of course. So if you don't like something in there, you can take it out because it is also your character sending it. Either you can do that, or we can. There's a number of magical items that allow you to transport visions, or, well, if you want to just speak to someone, you can. You have to earn those or find those, and that's one way you can relay the message.
Before they turn anime, that's kind of cool because you kind of see what the city looks like.
When they turn anime.
It ain't no cartoon, Mom. That's some art right there.
This is not
Oh,
a game.
boy.
It's real life.
Oh, my father just got excommunicated again in medieval Total War.
Dude, excommunication means nothing in that game.
It really doesn't. Does anyone else have questions or want to talk about want something said with their background or whatever? Okay. Does anyone want to bring a starter item with you from, say, your background? And if you do, tell me what the item is, and we will discuss whether you can bring it or not. Or we can edit it.
My pet bird.
You may have it.
Yay.
And it can be, let's say it's even just like a named sword that you've just carried for generations or whatever. That's fine. Tell me, and I'll allow you to do something with it later to make it more powerful so it scales with you.
What kind of check is cooking? Weird question.
Cooking?
Yeah.
Depends. If you're in the wilderness, it's survival. If you're actually in like a kitchen, I'll just have you roll like a dex check.
Okay, cool.
Now, if you want it to taste really good, we can roll some wisdom in there. Make you Gordon Ramsay or something.
Okay.
A filet mignon with a vinaigrette.
Where's
lamb
the
sauce.
lamb sauce?
Where's the lamb
Yeah.
sauce? There you go. All right. Anything else? Oh, also, I probably didn't mention this. You have the ability to sail around. These rivers do end at ports, and some connect throughout the entire world. I don't know which ones do, but like from here to here, you can snake off and get most anywhere in the Fairnies and Gwen'Doth. If you wish to sail or use a port, you can do that. And if you want to take your chances sailing around the entire continents themselves, you may do so. Of course, that isn't cheap, and you have to spend money to get a boat. If you sail it yourselves or not, you can choose to be a pirate if you also want to. Be careful. Pirates' lives are short.
Yar har. But I don't see any other option to sing sea shanties.
Soon
Oh,
may the Wellerman come to
To
bring
us sugar and tea and rum.
You two
One
are-
day when the
When
tongue
the
is
tonguing
done,
is
we'll
we'll
take our leave and go.
go.
We had not been 2 weeks from shore when down on her a right whale bore. Sorry.
Nah, dude.
All right.
That was hype.
Oh, I'll just clarify this in case I didn't say it. These routes you can take, if there's a route, that means it's road or like paved land that you can follow and you travel at normal speed. Anywhere where there isn't a route is considered wilderness, and yeah, you have to use your general geography and natural explorer stuff to get through there. Crossing into a province without some sort of identification or seal of approval, you're pretty much an illegal immigrant, and you are placed on. Well, you got like a bounty, pretty much, and certain people will try to apprehend you.
Discrimination, Mr. Sir.
I don't make the rules.
I
Wait,
mean,
do.
wait a minute.
Oh dang! I can't use that excuse anymore. Okay, I make some of the rules. Also, here's the scale bar. We won't mess with it too much, but if you want to know the distance from one place to another. How do I... No, give me a ruler. I thought I had a ruler. Oh. Yoink. Dude, what the... Whatever. There's once a ruler here. What else do I want to say? Oh yeah, if you have a pantheon or god of your own, tell me, blah blah blah. You already know that. I think that's all I have to share. If there's no questions, I think we're done here. You can stay if you wish to continue creating your character, or if you want to interact with other characters. Otherwise, yeah.
I need to work on my backstory still. So
Okay, I can work with you about that.
Neat. So I think I'm gonna start with Striffy's character. So for that, Striffy, I will get you a character description soon, as well as Gabe. I'm gonna send you the other stuff.
Okay.
Other than that, that's me. Pleasure to meet everyone, specifically Josh, who I haven't met yet.
yeah, nice to meet you too. What's your name again?
Failure.
Oh, okay, just call you Phil. Okay.
If you want, you can just. My name is Luan, so Luan works.
Dude, that's fucking badass. I've never met a Luan before. Luan, sorry.
Ando, it's weird. I don't know, man. It means road safety. The direct character translation. So I got named after a traffic cone. My little brother got Taishan, which is talking about a mountain. Like a very important location, a monument, if you will. I don't know. I'm salty.
ask Striffy what his is.
Striffy? What's your
What?
name?
What? Where's this? Okay.
I don't know.
Sure,
I'm
it
just
is
doing what I'm told.
No,
I'm
I
doing what I'm told.
just do what. Well, there's the first problem. You got to stop that. Planes is nothing without
Nazis that
us.
said that.
Planes is nothing without us. You don't have to do anything he says. If we leave, he doesn't have a game. He doesn't have a session.
That's
We hold
I mean,
the
if
power.
he leaves, we
Correct.
don't have a game either, man. Like,
I'll
goddamn.
take over. I'll take over. He's got like 50 pages of stuff. I'll just read it over.
Damn.
a
Gabe, that's
day
all
or
you
two.
are. You're 50 pages of stuff to him. How does that make you feel?
You're 50
not
shades
just
of
your
stuff.
like
Is that
page
better?
slot. You can't just do that to me.
Pages. I didn't start this, but I'll finish it. Shit snacks. Dearie me.
Alright, that's right. Bye.
Okay.
See you, man.
Got-
Take it easy.
Sure.